Quick vid about the bleeding the coolant on this particular Subaru, the EJ25 DOHC cam 1996. Whew. I have been filling coolant here for nearly an hour. I'm not kidding. I've been watching YouTube at the same time, but yeah. There is a caution about it, and it takes a very long time to bleed. As in previous videos, I've said do not add full strength coolant, always dilute the coolant down, and of course use the correct coolant. This is green, in later models it's blue, but it takes a lot of patience. So the car about 10 seconds ago, finally, I mean, you can fill up water in there, fill up coolant there, and do an experiment like bring it up, open that, and you've got to fill this so slowly. You'll only learn how slowly you've got to fill that if you try and fill it through there, because you will put 3 litres through there easy. So it's to prevent air pockets, which is very, very serious. Regardless of what methods you use and how you do it, be very, very patient with these cars. Be very cautious. Don't overrun them without filling very slowly an amount of coolant. If you put 2.5 litres in, you're making a mistake, okay? Especially with the job I've done, if you refer to the previous videos, the timing belt and all that. So here we go. Of course, put the heater on. There are times you want to go to straight water when filling coolant, and now, for example, I will resume with the coolant, but that should come up. Okay, so after switching the engine off, even though you saw it bubbling up, the engine will continue to take considerable amounts of coolant. Heater valve on. Okay. This is funny. Left hand. See how it continues to take coolant? Lucky I had a, as in previous videos I've mentioned, here we are. So we are finally done. I had a VL turbo, the RB30 ET, and that engine, the way I'd add coolant, I'd put a bottle up there with a vacuum hose and leave it so it had the Holden body in the front end, and then the Nissan little with the yellow stickers that never come off, the little bleeders, the little bleed valves for the air positioned around the engine. Yeah, so it's quite unique in this case. Coolant can be a pain in the ass. Mechanics know that. We've all made mistakes with coolant, but this is extraordinary. Extraordinary. And they are extraordinary cars. The German cars, in all their complexity, are far more simpler. I mean, compare the EJ257 in my car to most other sort of you know, in that class engines, and you know, it's a plastic manifold on an Audi. It looks like it takes 5 minutes to pull off, and it can in the 3-4 bolts that hold it, and then there's all the stuff around it. But this is a complex car. If you're going to do the timing belts, good luck. If you've never done it before, I cannot imagine the outcomes and the scope for things to go wrong, as I've said in a previous video on this vehicle. So yeah, very time consuming cars, and no one can deny that. I work on Subarus a lot, and I can put this timing belt in this car on the floor. Would 10 minutes, would you believe 10 minutes? Right now, if there was a tripod for this thing, I'd show you that. So we all know as mechanics, when you do something a few times, you become much faster at it. But with coolant, you can't speed the process up in this vehicle, and that's the point. So yeah, be very, very careful. And as always, if it's rusty to start with, very rusty, and your car's going to be a real problem, especially Subarus with head gaskets. So do not buy used, obviously, with bad coolant in the system. As you can see, this is a genuine radiator. Genuine. As in, sorry, original. The radiator's original. I've checked down the side. Really well held in with this steel frame. So simple, yet like beautifully done. So that's the coolant video. Hope that helps.